when I went to the rural area that I'm at now, let's just say I was assisting another agency that's not in our area, but it's borderline. And he was a high-ranking lieutenant, and we went to assist at this building. It was basically a custody. You know, it's good these custody deals, and he basically was trying to throw his weight around. Badge heavy, I guess, is what it is. We're just there for scene security to help, and it was one of those things. The kid, I'm going to say, it's a 25-year-old dad, small, scrawny guy. And the lieutenant starts yelling at him, barking, "This is what you're going to do, and this is how you're going to treat your XY." And he gets his phone out and he starts recording them. And he's like, but he's sincerely doing it to remember, because he didn't have a notepad. This guy's giving him instruction. He's a little guy, and he's like, puts that up, and that dude snatches the phone and he goes, "You have to have my permission to video." Keep in mind, we're in a public place. Okay. Me personally, I would like, on a traffic stop, a drone in the air, my body camera. I want them to record me, but get my good side.
Right.
I have less gray in the beard over here.
Yeah. You got to get the scar in there.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
it's not exactly a war thing. They're like, "You're a Marine, you got that. What happened overseas?" I was like, "Man, I was never overseas. That's from police work, you know, and it's not even a cool call. It's a training deal." I actually got a Purple Heart from that.
I had a trach when I was a baby. Nice. Yeah, and so I would tell rookies and stuff like, "Oh, what happened to your throat?" And I'm like, "I got shot in line of duty." And they're like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I just kept pressing on though."
Right. You know? Oh my God. Jesus.
But so he snatched the phone out of his hand.
He snatched the phone out of his hand, and you can't video me without my, you know. So what are we supposed to do as officers on scene? I don't outrank the guy. I don't even work for the guy's agency.
But that's a training issue.
It is. So I walk up and I was like, "Hey, Lieutenant, with all due respect, can I talk to you for a second?" Here, gave the guy his phone back. "Don't you record me," and walks away. And I look back at the guy. I was like, "Dude, if you want to record, you can." And then this lieutenant's face just got red. I was like, "Dude, come here. I mean, you look like you're about to pop a vessel. Come over here."
And that's our job.
And this dude doesn't know me from Adam. Yeah. But I was like, "Hey." And then he looks at me and he goes, "I'm recording, so don't tell me anything illegal." And I'm like, "I'm about to tell you
something legal
that he can actually record you. And I know it may hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And I don't know if somebody's taking your TCO test for you during legislative updates." And boy, his face just got really long.
Yeah.
I was like, "But he can record you all day long." And I said, "If you take it, you might as well go tell your sheriff or whoever your boss is that you're about to write a check."
Yeah.
You don't ever take these people's phones, man. Just let them. Let them record.
I have made it a part of my speech now that I will, when I make contact, will say, "Hey, you know, Officer Levine, reason we're making contact right now, the guy, you know, you got a warrant. We're coming over for this. While I'm talking, feel free, get your phone out, start recording." Right. And I make it a part of what I'm doing, because when I go to court, guess what they're going to see? Man, the officer told them to start recording.
Yes.
And it's just a pro tip, guys. Yep. Where I do get concerned is phone calls. You don't get to make a phone call while I'm on scene.
Right. And I back you on that, because I've had a couple instances when,
"Mama, come get it."
2004,
you got a whole fucking crowd
2005, iPhone shows up. People were texting more, this and that. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, "Hey, dude, if you want to video me, have at it. If you want to," and I've even gone down this road, "get Mama on the phone and FaceTime me. Yeah. And she can screen record. Have at it. But during the course of this investigation, you're not going to text anybody. You're not going to call anybody. That's for your safety, and that's for my safety. Yeah. Because if somebody comes and tries to hurt me, you may get hurt in defense. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to let that happen." Yep. And that usually, if you explain it correctly, they're going to respect you for it. Yeah. There's a lot of people around here, around the United States, that says, "Man, that cop is such an asshole. Man, he is such," not me, but they're describing.
No, they're talking about you.
They could be. One officer or deputy, and usually there's a reason they're calling them that. Yeah. You know, and I'm sure I may have been called that once or twice in my career, but if you look at my jacket, professional-wise, I don't get that type of complaint, because I exercise people. I want to make sure the rights aren't broken. Mm-hmm. If you can't arrest somebody the right way, you got no business having that badge on, man. And you've been in long enough to know that you've seen some things out there, and I've had to blow people on. "Hey, dude, you can't do that. F you, man. It's the thick blue line. You're not going to say, I've already made the phone call, brother. Yeah. You can't do that." Yeah. So I'm already writing a supplement. I
Yeah.
hope yours is truthful and correct. You
Yeah.
know, that type of thing. And we just don't need that in this business. We
No.
already got enough other stuff going on. We've got to do
No.
it the right way.
And the thing is you hear that all the time. Oh, thin blue line, man, cops would be great if they just held each other accountable. The problem I have with that statement is you do not know how often we do hold each other
Yes.
accountable.
You bet.
It's just not put out there. You don't see it.
No.
In my department alone, every year I have been on, somebody has been fired or charged.
Yep.
Every year.
Absolutely.
It's 12 years.
Yep.
So you can't tell me, at least in my fishbowl,
Sure.
I can't speak for everybody, but in my fishbowl that we don't hold each other accountable.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do. And the other part of holding each other accountable is I'm going to hold somebody accountable at the same level that I'm going to hold a civilian accountable. I pulled over a UPS guy one time. Maybe been borderline on how much he had to drink. He wasn't driving a UPS truck, but that's his career. If I nail him with a DWI, his career's done.
Yep.
And that's where discretion comes in. So I could use it. That wasn't a felony. I didn't have to arrest this guy. I used the totality of the circumstances I had available, and I gave this guy a break.